starting. And we're going. Make sure that we're in. Ooh, excellent connection. Oh, my gosh.
This never happen.
It doesn't happen. Never happens. And we are live. So I'm here with the Winter Sloths. This is Walk the Plank podcast brought to you by Pirate on Cassette, which is your ultimate live mixtape experience. And with that being said, pirateoncassette.com. That's where you basically got to go. But I'm here with the Winter Sloths. They're going to be joining us on stage this Friday at our Gen X Experience. Now, with that being said, we need to explain a little bit about the rules that will be happening there. I'll be posting it along this entire week, is that it is a non-cellular event, which means that we'll have bags for you to put your cell phones into while you're inside the event. While you're in there, we do have vendors. We have a guy that's bringing a bunch of old classic video games. You'll have video games to sell. We'll have a whole bunch of type of 80s and 90s toys and paraphernalia. You can see right across here we have some Star Wars stuff. That one might be for sale over here, even though it's just a pile of junk, but it's still from 1982. So it is straight up Gen X type of things. And then if you want to go out and use your phone, go right ahead out into the parking lot and do all that fun stuff. We have 3 bands. That's going to be us, Pirate on Cassette, headlining, along with the Winter Sloths, which we have right here. Let me show you guys. I am not lying. Maybe I am. There they are, the Winter Sloths right there. Yeah.
Thanks so much for having us, man.
We'll be talking to them just in a moment. But along and the why am I missing the last one? Day of Bliss. I always think the Goodwills for some reason, but the Day of Bliss is also joining us on the stage that day, and we'll have them in on the podcast here shortly. They are out of town at the moment, but yeah. We got to the Winter Sloths here. Now, Grant, I freaking love that name. Who came up with that in the first place? I gotta know. Where did that come from?
Jasmine Sonmore.
Yeah.
Jasmine Sonmore?
Yeah, so we were sort of, we were playing with a lot of names for a while.
For a long time.
And now it's on a license plate.
And now
hint,
it's on a license plate. Yeah.
That's how I knew it was the right house.
Oh, yeah. TW Sloth.
It just sort of got to the point where we were like, it was the name we were on, and we were like, we're kind of done shopping.
Well, how we did it, remember? We were doing this is stupid. We were on Google.
Never stupid.
It's sweet, you know? We're on Google, and we did one of those, like, generate your own band name. And it's like, what's your favorite animal? And I'm like, sloth. And then Jasmine, we were like, what's your favorite season, Jasmine? She's like, winter. And then we said a bunch of other stuff. There was some stupid stuff. It was great. And then it came up the Winter Sloths. I think Braden hates the name.
I don't mind it. I like the second choice, though, that we were going to go with, which was going to be the slippery syrups. Because I thought that was cool. Because we put in what's your favorite breakfast topping, which is obviously syrup. But, you know, we went with the Winter Sloths. That's great. I love it. But slippery syrups might be the title of an EP down the road. I don't know.
We'll save that one. But it felt memorable enough. You know, it's goofy and you'll remember it.
The slow,
you know, you can't really,
syrups.
Ultimately what you do with your band name is going to be more important than what it is.
And honestly, playing shows in the winter suck anyways. So, I mean, I don't know why we picked that, but it's
you get a bit cold in the cold.
You do get cold.
Slow in the cold.
I don't even, can sloths even be in the winter?
Yeah, that's
I don't know much about sloth anatomy.
We should probably learn.
We probably should do a sloth class.
Yeah, I actually saw one live when I was in Colorado. A
sloth?
A sloth. It was.
Did you touch it?
No, like it was way up in the rafters, but it was live in the entire building. It can go wherever it wanted to, whatever else, but it was just sleeping.
Okay.
So it was just being a sloth.
It's pretty typical. Yeah, it's pretty typical.
That's about what we do.
But that's what we call my son for the last few years.
Sloth?
Yeah, he acts like one, but now he's in the Army, so he can't. And I don't think he likes it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that'll happen.
So we got to introduce yourselves here. You know, we got the name down here, as in it wasn't quite AI generated, but it's close to that.
My name may have been.
Oh, no.
Oh, never.
They didn't have AI in the 1900s, Todd. Calm down.
I would say joke, but I'm not saying it. So I'm Todd Biederman from originally from Battle Lake, and now I live in Fergus Falls.
Fergus. Oh. And
I'm Nick.
Nick.
I'm from Fergus Falls. Yeah. Born and raised, baby.
And I'm Braden Ashworth, and I'm also from Fergus Falls.
Oh, my gosh.
I know, right?
The Fergus connection.
Wait, who's that guy in the back?
Matthew. Creeping on everyone.
Outside Fergus Falls. Yeah.
Jeez, everyone's from Fergus.
I'm from Battle Lake.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, Fergus Falls.
I reside in Moorhead now. Come on.
It's because you're fair.
Be nice.
So we got to get back to the beginnings of the band here. Is that we figured out what the name, how that all came about, but now it's like, who started this thing? Who wanted to start this thing, and how did it evolve? Okay, Todd.
It's always Todd.
It's always Todd. You got to check out his his rundown, his rig rundown, because he's got some amazing stuff in there.
Maybe. Oh yeah,
I think so.
Okay, so anyways, back to it. Oh dang it. Okay, so I played with this band Confusion for a long time. We quit maybe 4 years ago, and it was kind of that time.
Who else was in Confusion, Todd? You should share that name.
Darren Quam.
Yeah, Darren Quam.
Yeah,
Great guy.
Great guitarist. Yeah, amazing guy. Super nice. We kind of went our opposite ways with music, and so when we quit, it wasn't like a bad like quit. It was a great like, hey, we don't have to do this.
No.
Oh,
there
we're
it
back.
is.
We're
There
back.
we are.
Oops,
Okay.
sorry. I'll go backwards.
You don't have
Okay. So, anyways, we quit. Blah blah blah. I wanted to start another band that had like more hopping music and stuff like that. As like more modern music. We played a lot of like 60s, 50s, which is great. Really fun blues. I played bass in that. So then I found this guy at
it's
Fergus
Nick.
Brewing, and actually my wife was like, Nick plays instruments, right? And I'm like, really? So I went to Nick. What did I even say to you?
Well, Todd's wife and I graduated the same year from Fergus High. So we just sort of ran into each other at the brewery. And she's like, this is my husband. He wants to start a band.
Oh,
I was like, I'm not in a band right now, and I love being in bands.
So I'm
So
like-
let's start a band.
And then I said, do you like playing bass?
It's like, actually,
Sure,
yeah.
why not? So yeah, and then we had a drummer. Our first drummer was Derek Scholl, which amazing drummer, amazing guy.
shout out to Derek.
Derek Scholl.
Yep.
And then our second drummer was Chad.
Yep.
Yeah, Chad Halter. I don't know if you
Okay.
know him. Anyways,
No,
another
familiar.
amazing guy. And then we were like in between drummers trying to freaking find a drummer, and we used Braden a couple times. Braden actually played with Confusion a couple times too.
I did.
And
Nice.
and I was like, we just need. Both Nick and I were like, we just need Braden. Like, we need Braden. We
Feels
need
good to be
Braden.
Well,
loved.
Braden's
right?
from Fergus Falls.
I
Well,
am.
Yeah.
You're from Battle Lake.
I know.
Brain's the singing.
I'm trying to get the
drummer. You gotta
rivalry
keep drummers
started.
Like that.
Right.
It's true. It's very true.
I'll quit this band. So no, and then we were like, okay, yeah, finally got Braden, finally, and we're like, yes, this is working. This is awesome. The harmonies went to a next level. 3-part harmonies, stuff like that. And then I played with Matthew and Elizabeth, Elizabeth is Matthew's wife, in a band called Simeon the Whale. And the
Okay.
way we got that one was because the song "Send Me on My Way" by Rusted Root. His wife thought,
Rusted Root.
yeah,
Yes.
his wife thought they said Simeon the Whale, like Simeon the Whale, And then we're like, oh, that's a cool band name. Let's just do that. So then I played with him, and then I actually had Matthew and Elizabeth playing with the Sloths one time, a couple times at the windbreak and stuff like that. And then finally, I just kind of. It's like, Matthew, just be the guitarist for us.
He was the
Like,
last piece of the puzzle.
He was the last piece of the puzzle, and then that added that backbone and everything. So that's how the band started.
That's how the band started.
It actually took 3 years to form this.
It takes time, so
Yeah.
you're trying to get something that works.
3 years? No, 2.
Exactly.
Yeah, 2 years. I don't remember who I
Yeah,
am.
what year is it? I want to say 3. But
Those things don't just spark off.
Life goes fast when you're in love.
Oh, so look at this. So you got the band going and all that, and I know you play some original type music as well.
Mhm.
So is this a pursuit of yours, just some kind of side note, or
Well, for me,
what is the band actually about, and what are you trying to do with it, basically?
Braden and I fight about this.
We do not. I
Constantly.
don't fight with
We
you.
fight
Constantly.
all the freaking time. It's annoying. So
It's
basically,
news to me.
No,
With
it's
love.
not
News to
news
me.
it's
All
not
with
news.
love.
It's a freaking guy. So basically, I mean, I would love to just switch to straight originals. I love cover bands, but I've been doing it since I was 13, 14 years old.
Understood.
I'm kind of over it. I love it, but at the same time, I love writing. I love originals, and where we've gone with our originals, I actually am really loving how that's going and stuff like that.
Respect for that.
Braden thinks that originals suck, and
I do not.
don't.
I actually really like the ones we have. I love that we got to write them organically together. After Todd brought most of the structure to us, we were able to do the rest, and I thought that was really cool because we do have a unique sound, in my opinion, for this area. But the covers help round out so we continue to play gigs, right? Because some of the original music gigs are less relevant and they're less available. So we're still able to play together with the covers.
Less paid.
Correct, exactly.
Shot.
So that's fair.
Yep.
That's fair.
We got to
There is
justify
that
it to the
fairness.
families
We do
back
have to
home.
justify it to the families back home. That's correct. So, but it's nice because we're able to put the covers or the originals in there.
What if I give you guys a salary for writing originals?
Done. Let's do that then. I have a very high hourly rate. But our
There is
music
that
is
thing.
kind of taken off, and it's been on the radio now, and it's getting. We just surpassed. It's obviously chump change to some of the big artists out there, but we broke 1,000 plays on one of our songs, which was a big deal for us being
we broke
locals.
20,000 views on YouTube.
Yep.
There you
That
go.
was fun.
So the songs are really
That's
cool.
not bad at all.
Nick,
No.
you should tell
No.
you should tell them about our songs.
Yeah, so the our original songs that we have available, streaming wherever you like to stream your music, Spotify,
MySpace.
YouTube Music, MySpace. We've got 2 singles out right now that we released just last summer, Photosynthesize and Fake It. The 2 really great choices for us, I think, for our first 2 singles. It kind of shows off our versatility.
I agree.
Next month, end of October, we're going back in to wrap up 2 more songs that to add to a collection of another 2.
I think we
And,
can wrap up too. I think we
yeah,
have like
Very
4
nice.
days.
Who are you recording
hopefully-
with?
with Todd.
We record.
All right, right in the basement.
Nope. So we have the theater.
The
yeah.
theater. Oh,
The Center for the Arts in Fergus Falls, they let us rent, and we set up on stage and use the natural room acoustics. It's pretty awesome.
That is awesome.
Shout out to
That's
Michael at
really
Center
nice.
for the Arts.
And then
Yeah.
we use a guy from Massachusetts, Monty Dale. Is that his name? He does our mastering and stuff. Amazing.
And you found him through a Facebook group, right? Or a Reddit group?
When we recorded our songs, I mean, I know how to mix, kind of, and master. Like, I think
Just like everybody
Matthew-
kind of
I
knows
think
how to
Matthew
mix.
and I were gonna like. I think Matthew Braden and I and Nick were gonna like get together and just like mix this thing, But then we're like, I put this stuff online, say to this group of like 1,000 mastering mixers or whatever, and they all of a sudden we just got call after call from like Britain, from all over the world. I had like 100 people that like, I would love to do this. I love the song. I would love to do this. We had some people that were Grammy Award nominees that were wanting to mix us and stuff like that. And that was crazy getting all those calls. I didn't understand.
And then we went with this guy that is very affordable named Monty that was like, let me give it a shot. And when Todd sent me the mix to Fake It, I was like, whoa. And you're like, I don't know, man. It's pretty produced. And I was like, this is awesome. And so we ran with him, and he does a really good job because I think, in my opinion, I think we kind of have some of that like newer Red Hot Chili Peppers / like the Killers vibe. And there's not a lot of bands doing that right now. So
No,
we're
not at
bringing
all.
that sound
I
back
thought
and
we were
making
like
it
the
fresh.
Bee Gees.
Okay, well, I don't think we're like the Bee Gees at all, but I think a lot of master and producers out there were intrigued by it because, so many people are going with the trends, right? And so I think
Exactly,
what
yep.
we're writing is standing out as our own, and it's drawing intrigue, and people are really digging it. So we're just going to I would assume we're going to ride that wave as long as Todd approves.
Just take it where it takes us.
Yeah.
Depends.
So is
on-
that how the writing process starts? Just Todd just comes up with an idea, and then everyone just kind of just throws.
Lately what's been great is we've been getting these awesome snippets from Matthew here.
Oh,
All of a sudden we're sitting, and all of a sudden he's like, I don't know, guys.
Bringing in
we
the
could just
riffs.
try it, and then we like listen to it. I'm like, heck yeah, And he's like,
He's
"I
the
don't
riff
know."
master.
He's the
There
riff
you go.
master. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
So that's been fun. Thank you for
Yep,
that.
and then I put a funky beat to it, and then Nick slaps the bass, and then we let Todd participate, and then it rounds out.
Hi guys, can I try?
perfect.
Yeah. No, it's super fun.
Oh, so that's cool. So you have how many originals then?
Well, right now, let's see here.
We have 4 recorded,
For recording.
2 released,
Okay.
and then we have like 3 or 4 more in the bag. So we're coming up on a full length
Well, I
eventually.
mean, if we look at like our Logic and stuff of what we're
Well, we
recording,
have quite a few,
probably
but-
hundreds that we need to go through and
Yeah.
figure out and stuff. But
Like 130-second songs.
I would say there's a core group of like 8
That
to
brings it to
12, 8 to 12 that we're probably going to polish and work through
Yeah.
that we're pretty pumped about.
Nice. So how are you releasing this then? Like just singles every once in a while?
so what we're
Is
doing
there-
with this album is we released 2 singles. We're going to release one more, and then we're going to release a 6-song album. or,
6-song EP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And then after that, we're just going to keep on writing. And then what we might do is actually write a full album and put those 6 songs onto that album.
Yep, bundle it and expand
Bundle it,
Yep.
expand it.
Gotcha.
Just
No,
kind of give them a little bit at a time, you know.
We're also
That's what
not
I've been
married
finding,
to
yeah.
that idea either.
Yeah.
Just sort of seeing what everyone else is doing. You know, I've
What?
been kind of keeping my eyes on that. And, you know, you see a lot of bands who are just like, I feel like they write however much they can write that year and then release it at some time. And maybe their album's 3 songs long.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's
Yeah.
9, you know. And just
Sometimes.
the way that music is distributed now, that's all possible.
I voted that we record for 72 hours straight, and then that's it. That's what we have. But nobody was on board with that yet because that's hard to do, especially in that last 24 hours. But, you know, who knows? Some weird stuff happens when you start to hallucinate.
Well, exactly. Isn't that how Steve Vai wrote one of his entire
I think
albums?
I got some stuff
Yeah,
where we
in one
don't need
sitting.
72
Yep.
hours to loosen. Wait, never mind.
No, that's the fun part about doing this podcast. I get to talk to a lot of bands, and we get to find or hear about like how they're releasing and how they're producing music these days, everything else. And there's a lot of truths what you were saying here. The latest thing I have been hearing is that they just release one every few weeks. And then, yeah, they don't release like multiple at a time, just one every few weeks just to keep everything fresh and keep it going. But again, it's like, yeah, maybe they made 3 songs that year.
Yeah.
So they might have done 3 songs. But you guys ever listen or watch Rich Beato on
Yes.
YouTube?
Yes.
Yes, some of us do. I was watching one of his things. It was fascinating because he keeps talking about it. Right now, he's talking about how he's just the old man yelling at clouds, but is basically like, why is music dying? Why is live music dying? All that other fun stuff. Now, granted, I'm not saying that it is, but you know, it just kind of feels that way in certain aspects. But he was talking about that last year alone. 1 new song per second the entire year was produced and put out.
Yeah.
1 song per second. So how many years would that take? I was trying to do the math on that. That'd take 30 years just to listen to the entire catalog
Yeah.
of last year.
That's nuts.
So yeah, so everything just gets clouded and done.
I was
so,
remedial
so
math
getting that
most of my
many
life, so I
plays
don't
and all
know.
that, that's hands down.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
really,
it only
really good.
it happened in the span of for photosynthesize. It happened in the span of what do you say, 28 days?
Something
There you
like-
go.
yeah, the last
Something went a
28
little
days have been
viral.
huge
Yeah.
success, so.
Yeah. So, and I think there's a trend too to add to what you were saying is,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of people will have this banging setup where they have a studio that's push play and you're ready to record, and they'll put out covers and renditions of covers over and over again to draw the attention in.
Yep.
And then they'll start dripping originals, which I would love to do that too, because we have a couple versions of our covers we do that are way different. We kind of funk them up a little bit.
Yes.
And some people, you know, we do a cool version of Come Together, and I think that lately people are like, oh man, that's way different groove. Same song. But that's kind of how you make the cover aspect more fun.
I totally agree with that.
Sure. And I know
Completely.
some people are, if you're going to do a cover, you got to play it the way it is. But, you know,
I believe that you should start off that way
Yep.
for what it's intended to, and
Yep.
then you can start morphing into what you got. But
we call it making it, you know, slothing it, right?
slothing it,
Yeah.
yes.
So slow it way
Slow
down
it
and
down. Yeah.
yeah. Slow it down. Put it in a tree.
Together.
Yeah, put it in a tree. You're going to get a copyright. Don't do that. You can't do that.
Yeah, don't get copyright struck. The Beatles are real tough about that.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, sorry.
Famously.
Come together, everyone.
Make a sandwich.
Eat a sandwich.
Yep, there you go.
Different song.
Different song.
Different song.
Yeah, but I got to agree with Brandon a little bit more because I started off in the totally opposite of what you did. Is that everything that I've done was original all the way up until probably about 6-7 years ago. And then I got into a cover band, and all of a sudden I was just like, you can make money doing this?
I know, right?
Like, what's going
That
on?
was, for me, that was me all through college, and then
Yeah.
I started covering. I was like, I made more than $75, and I didn't have to,
See, that's my.
try to sling a bunch of shirts the last minute to all the people
exactly.
leaving, saying, "You still got $10?
See,
Buy a shirt."
Buy my album.
Yeah.
I've been doing covers since I was 13 years old.
That's
So
why
it's
you're
like-
burned out, Todd, because you did
Yeah.
it backwards.
Well, I did. I mean, I think
did it
I think I
backwards.
did it the right way,
Wow.
right? Because I made. I mean, man, confusion when we were hitting it. We were making really good money for being kids and playing music.
And I was
Yeah,
working
exactly.
at Subway, and I was making $4 an hour
Yeah.
making sandwiches. So you were doing it right.
Heck
That-
yeah,
that makes sense.
We were in
Yes.
bars at like 16, and like, I shouldn't even say this probably, but like, we'll just
Times were different.
times were different.
As long as
Jeez, you
you're
make
on
him
the
sound like he's
stage, you're fine.
90.
Yeah,
The cars
No.
just had gasoline in them. It was brand new technology.
I couldn't believe it. Did you see that?
We used to ride horses to the shows.
No, it was great. No, and that's why I think I mean it's fun to hear like, you doing it the other way.
Yeah.
Being original and then going to covers and be like, whoa, I can make music as thing. But like, for doing it for 15, 16 years of making money and that money has only progressed. I mean, we play shows for, I mean, you guys probably too. It's like $4,000. We can get a crazy amount of money for these shows.
Yeah, you can. Yes.
And but
We'll
at
also
the
do-
same time,
yeah.
it's like it's fun getting those shows. It's fun things, but like, do I want to be 70, 80 years old doing that same thing, or do I want to try to like really write these originals?
Or do you put on a podcast?
That's
Hey,
right.
this is awesome.
Yeah.
This is great.
This is great.
And-
You're
but
helping locals get out there.
another
It's
thing is,
important.
like,
That's right.
Trying my best.
Nick had a baby last year.
He didn't, but
My wife did.
Well, his wife did.
Congratulations.
I had
I barely helped.
my wife had a baby 2 months ago.
Oh wow.
His wife had a
Congratulations.
baby 1 month ago. Like,
my kids are older.
And my kids are 20
Brandon's
and
old.
22. So yep.
Yeah.
2.5.
I'm not that old, but
your dad old.
I am.
well, we're all dad old.
I always say I'm one slip up from becoming a grandpa. So
Oh,
I
there
keep
you go.
saying now.
Nice,
Oh.
nice,
Yeah.
yeah.
Grandpapa?
But it's
Yeah,
that's
I
another,
don't need to have that title yet.
that's a
Guys?
fun thing to
No.
yeah, there you go. I was gonna say that says a lot though when you can get a group of guys that all have kids and families and new kids and full-time jobs and we're all super busy and yet we can still get together and play music. So that's kind of cool too.
Exactly. How much do you actually play per month? Do you play every weekend?
It's been slowing down.
Do you
now.
have a set that you don't play? So I know bands that are like, we only play once a month, and that's just how it's going to be. And then you have other bands that if we can't play 4 times a week, what are we doing?
Oh,
Well, this summer was a little bit slower because we added some kids
Yeah.
to the roster.
That does slow
Last
things
summer-
down,
Last
but
summer we played every weekend except for 2 weekends.
yeah.
Last summer we were busy.
ugh,
So I mean, we'll take the gigs if we can get them because we love doing it.
We just haven't been seeking them out as much this year because of, Nick just got actually a new job as a band teacher in Fergus Falls.
Go Otters.
ooh, congratulations.
Dang. Braden just got a new job. He is a CIA agent, actually. Which is, I don't
The
think I'm supposed to
alphabet
say
agents.
that.
Yeah. Explains why I knew to get to my
Yeah.
place. Yep.
Matthew's a janitor. And just
Yeah.
And I'm tired.
And I'm actually
I'm tired.
to clarify, CIA is a cereal intake agronomist. That's actually what I do. I talk about
Nice.
how cereal and seeds work together. I don't know anything about what I do. No, I work in I work in banking, and it's awesome. And I'm terrible at math, and that's just how life is. But I have rhythm, and I can count.
There you go.
So that
Can you
works
count
out.
to 4. We're
Give
good
me
to
a
go. Yep.
mortgage loan.
No, I'm not that kind of banker. Nope. We don't lend to your type.
Which is small business. type.
Small business, yeah, lots of cash. We don't like that. But no, yeah, we're all very successful in what we do. But then we're also successful when we're on stage, and it's fun.
Exactly. So you practice every Friday then? Is that
No.
a big deal?
We
I
practice
found that strange too. Yeah.
1 or
but-
2 Fridays a year if we're lucky. No, I'm
Okay.
kidding. No, we try to get together a couple times a month. Usually I drive to Fergus since my family's from there, so then we can get together. And then on occasion, or there's special things like this, they'll come up to my garage, which I have to set up every time. It's super fun.
Oh, okay.
We were really good.
That's practice space B.
Gotcha.
We were really good at practicing like last 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
Something like that.
No, I'm just kidding.
We do like to flip like 12 plus songs at a time, when we do covers, and we'll just drop almost a whole set and throw in some new ones and keep it original and try to change it up. And
That way it doesn't
That
get
keeps
too
it-
boring. 'Cause
Exactly.
I mean, you played the same set list. That was one thing with my old band. It was like people came to the show and they could tell you what song was next. You know, like it was the
Yeah.
we literally played almost the same set list from when I was 14 to 26, 27, and it was just like
now
did
you're
your-
50.
Did
and
your
I mean,
audience expect that?
what.
Did it throw them for a loop for putting some new
Well,
into there?
You had a following.
Oh yeah, definitely. We had a following. We
Yep.
had a crazy following, but I think that following dropped off when it was like, okay, this is definitely the same kind of thing over, and over. But,
Okay.
don't put this on Facebook.
That's where it's
They
going.
understand. They're just like, yes.
Yeah. No. All love to the experience, and that's where I got my roots, and I am super grateful for that time of life.
But props for you for evolving, Todd. That's a lot of musicians don't do that.
Right.
And so that's a good strength, is that you're able to evolve and still maintain all those friendships and continue to do what you do.
Yeah, you got to evolve.
That's
I was
the
a metal
nicest
drummer all
thing
the
he
way
ever
up
said.
until they made me play country, and I was like,
I can get down with
now
this.
I love country. It's
I
weird.
know, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
red dirt is the
Country.
way to go, and it's so simple, and it's just got to find that groove. But that's
Mhm.
that's a whole nother story, and we won't get into that. But you're working on all these originals now, and I'm not saying you're hoping to become an original type band, but how many of these originals do you put into your sets when you do go out and play?
Just the two that are released right now.
Just the two? Okay, so
Yeah.
you're hiding the rest of them. You're not putting them out there
Yeah.
for, what do they call that?
Exposure.
Well, exposure, but just
Exposure.
testing, public testing
There you
to
go.
see.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, we might, I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
we do.
Yes.
Should we?
Well, I'm open to it. We've just kind of been doing the two that are out so we can drive people to them.
Yeah, it's fine.
And we hope they've heard it, right? So they can actually.
And do you have any
enjoy it.
physical media that goes behind this, or is this all online?
We we have
I know the
ideas for
phys-
physical media and stuff like that.
Records.
We
Records.
records.
Yeah, vinyls. Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's stuff people can put on the
Well,
wall.
we have we have merch. We have some shirts and stuff like that. But yeah,
Gotta have that.
physical media. We should. I mean, we don't. We only have 2 songs out right now. So
Yeah.
in the future, I would love to have a record. That would be awesome. That would be great.
Todd still uses a record player all the time.
That's all I listen to.
Yeah,
We don't
right.
have a TV in our house. We don't even have a house.
It's hard to listen to the Vikings game on record, but you give it a good try.
We don't have a house.
You don't have, yeah. You just have a record player in a car that doesn't run down by the river. Yeah. Solar powered, love it.
I love my records.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
That's the whole thing. So what's coming up for you guys in the future here?
Well,
Besides recording. and all
Recording
that?
in October, yeah.
right. Recording in October. Nick is thinking about. Never mind.
We do have a couple of music videos planned. Hopefully, we're still working out the logistics of that, but we'd like to get a video for both Fake It and for Photosynthesize.
That
out
would
there.
be sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have amazing ideas with that too. I don't even know if did I even tell you my idea for Fake It?
Maybe don't do it on the podcast.
Yeah, do that
No,
later.
no, no.
Just tell us in the car.
Save
I
it
bet.
for yourself.
Yeah.
I'll do it later.
There
No,
you
it's
go.
gonna. I'll do it tomorrow. But anyways.
So yeah, people planned to help you film all that?
Yeah,
or?
so we have there's a girl from Fergus Falls that is an amazing videographer, and she is set to help us shoot everything. We used to run kind of a podcast type thing, but sessions.
I think everybody should. I don't know why people don't do this.
Right. It's super
So,
fun. So
yeah.
we my wife and I actually ran this thing called Blueberry Sessions.
Okay.
So we would have artists come and play their original songs, 2 songs per set, and then we'd record their thing, and put their when we put the sound to the video, and Todd can't words. So when we used to do that was amazing. Watching we'd get all these different artists, and we had some artists from the cities and stuff like that come over and do the Blueberry Sessions and everything. And then we actually met Brittany, who was. Well, we've known Brittany for a long time, and we asked her if she wanted to do a music video for actually an amazing artist from Underwood called Oliver's Father. So he did a music video called Diggin', and then that's on YouTube. And
Okay.
we shot it, thought of it, everything. His music, his voice is crazy. If you ever get the chance, look up Diggin' for Oliver's father. But
There you go. Shout out to Diggin'.
yeah, and so we're gonna use those same people to shoot ours because I mean they're really amazing.
Yep.
Excellent.
And as far as shows, I guess we got a couple weddings coming up,
Yeah.
and tomorrow
Nice.
we're in
Brainerd.
for Oktoberfest show, just like every day.
Jacktoberfest.
Jacktoberfest.
Pine, yeah.
Jacktoberfest.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, and then we'll be in Barrett, Minnesota in November.
We'll be in the
and
cities in
then-
March at
yeah,
the
and we'll be in the
Acadia.
Twin
That'll be
Cities
fun.
in March. That's the last thing on our calendar, but it's
We
our
are?
first foray into the Twin Cities.
There
Yeah.
you go.
So
Yep.
I did tell Todd. I know he sounds surprised, but
You know, Todd's the kind of guy that'll ask us the night before, "Are we playing somewhere tomorrow?" And then he just has to
That just
Usually-
sounds like me.
cancel all his plans and come and play. And we're like,
Yeah.
"You knew about this
I'm
a
like,
year and a half ago."
Oh, I didn't even tell my wife about this today. I totally forgot. I woke up. I'm like, oh man,
That tracks.
I'm so sorry.
That
I
makes
have to
sense.
leave tonight. And then she messaged me something that I need to go home.
Yeah, now you're gonna go home after practice, though, right? You're gonna practice for a
Todd's
little
in
bit.
trouble.
Todd's in
I'm not in trouble.
Yet.
Not yet.
Not
That's
yet.
No. Well, wait. We'll get him to say something.
Oh, my last podcast, I said a couple things that I probably shouldn't have.
We should stop
Ooh,
bringing
it's
Todd
getting
on this.
spicy on
Yeah,
there.
next podcast we do, let's leave Todd in the Land Cruiser. But yeah, that's pretty much all we got going on right now.
Well, that's very cool.
I think that's the life of the sloths.
It is.
Keep up with us online. We'll keep.
It's
we'll
pretty
keep
easy
posting
to
it if you
keep
like.
up with us.
Yeah.
Oh.
And yeah, we're
in the trees.
slow. And really go out to Spotify, listen to it. Help us get the streams out there and get the word out of the music because we're really proud of it.
There you go. Is anywhere else besides Spotify?
Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon.
Okay.
What's the other big one?
iTunes. Oh, you said
Is
that.
that different than Apple Music?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think we also are.
It's on just about all the big ones.
You can
Me-
also
YouTube Music.
you can also read the songs as a Word doc through Microsoft. I don't know how to do that, but if you're into
You can ask Jeeves; he'll find it. For you.
ask Jeeves, yeah, you ask him, he knows. He knows.
Excellent. And all their stuff is linked down below, so you can go and find them on there. But we got a few slides that we need to go into.
Let's do that.
So
I
we
forgot
need to,
about that.
Exactly. So first off, who came up with this guy right here? Oh, it's so
That's-
nice.
That's Braden's design.
That is, I designed
Did
that
you
logo.
try the whole thing?
No, I
There's-
found an outline and then I expanded on the outline.
Okay.
And so I made it more broad. And I liked it because it's got, kind of the Midwest trees and the shades is cool. And then, just
Yeah.
we're messing around with fonts that I kind of like the glowing aspect. And so,
See on our posters, I was putting
Yeah.
stuff on there, but this one was so intricate
yeah.
that it didn't quite work with the old splat 90s.
Yeah, it's hard
Stuff.
to do in paint.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so but I really enjoyed throwing this one together, and we have another version of it with multicolor, like 4 of them that could be on a shirt, very Doors.
Oh, very nice.
Cool
Yes.
stuff. But we have plans for it. I hope.
And that's the Gen Experience coming up on Friday of next week. Actually, a week from while we're recording right here, we're actually going to be at the TAC, hanging out with a whole bunch of cool people. I hope
Yeah.
so. I hope so. With a whole bunch of old stuff. Now I'll be showing you the things that yes, you cannot bring your your phones in there, but you can bring video cameras, Polaroids, film cameras. I found a bunch of film cameras today, so they'll definitely be for sale that night.
What about beepers?
Beepers, well,
I mean, if
be
you
careful.
can put it on vibrate, right? Yeah. I like that.
Oh, gotta go.
I'm getting paged. I'm beeping.
Paged.
Very good. But yes, they'll be going on second. There's that Winter Sloths. I wish I can get
That's
that up
the
there.
OG logo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
um,
one we put up there. I really love that one.
Yeah, that was a former student of mine.
Can I pull it up?
Um,
Whoa, look
who
at
is
that
now
in
a-
live.
Yeah. She's doing art at MSUM now. But when she was in school, she would show off cool things, her art and that sort of thing whenever she could. And I was really into it, and it seemed like a really cool opportunity for a teacher to approach you and say, "You really got something here. I will, let's lift you up and make something
lift
together."
me
There you go.
Yeah.
On eagle's wings. What? Dang.
I'm more of a Falcon
Oh,
guy.
there
but
we
that's
go.
cool.
Oh,
yeah.
I just saw a meme about that heart thing.
Yep.
It
Yep. So that
was
was
like
that was
the
last.
millennials, the Gen
Gen Z.
Gen Zs, and then the Gen Xs. And I love the Gen X version.
We always love a heart. That's good. That was last year at Dempsey's downtown in Fargo. So that was a really fun show.
Dempsey's is always a good time. Granted, every time you look up, it's a whole different crowd, but
Yeah.
it's always a good time.
They had a blast there. And you can see I'm actually using my real kit, which is nice. That's that custom kit that I painted baby blue. So
Oh, so pretty.
it is so pretty. It's very icy, like a sloth, like a winter sloth, right?
Oh, I like it. Melds into the theme.
Yeah.
But I got to ask you, symbols. What are you using there? Sabian XSs?
Yeah, so
Just being a drum nerd.
Well, yeah, absolutely. This is my bar kit. So I don't, I've had HHXs, I've had Metal Xs, I've had AAs, I've had everything you can think of, and I don't want something super expensive there because people spill on it.
Yep.
People and I'm a hard hitter. So yes, I do prefer Sabians, and I do have XSs right now, and I do have a couple of AA Metal Xs for my crashes at the moment. So
Oh, very nice.
Yep.
Yeah, my main kit is all Ks, but not the one we're using on Saturdays.
I like
or
Ks.
Fridays,
They're a little
yeah.
dark for me, but they're good. I do
Oh,
like them.
I'm
yeah.
a K
They
snob.
warm you. They warm your heart.
I'll show you the drums we'll be using.
Sure.
Because they're really nice, but a lot of them haven't seen the light of day. Oh, no, you don't have heads. Where are we?
I hate this picture.
I love this picture.
Yeah.
We're having a great time.
That's the most real version of the sloths right there.
Yeah.
I'm being all bandy.
Yep.
Matthew's like, is the photo now? Todd is looking at somebody that just called him something derogatory. And then Nick, that's just what Nick does all the time.
all the time.
Get off my
I
lawn.
think you're pooping.
Yeah, maybe.
We don't say poop.
That was in. We played a street dance
Hey, look at him wearing
in
the
North
same hat.
Dakota. What was the
Yeah,
name of
sure.
that town?
Gosh, I don't remember. Oh, it was Fairmount down by Wapaton.
Yeah.
And so we played a street dance, and they had this cool old building with this old door. And I was like, guys, we got to take a picture in front of that old door. Because, I mean, who doesn't love old doors, right?
Of course. I wonder if I can shrink that down so we can see a little better. Nope. Wrong one. Doop.
Yeah.
Let's not play too much with this.
So, yeah, we did a couple different
There you
versions
go.
of that.
Nick.
Nick looks really.
just
Yeah,
feeling-
it looks
I'm
like you
just
chilled
having a
out a
great
little
time.
bit.
You look very J. Crew right there.
J. Crew.
Autumn line out now.
Gosh,
Pay
dang it, I
me.
got to find you. Where are you?
Matthew's
There we go.
Hey, you notice he has a
Yeah,
beard
Matt.
too, which I prefer.
Oh, really?
I love it.
Keep that in mind.
Bring it back.
Yeah, we'll
It'll
just
get cold pretty soon.
grow it out just for you, Brady.
You should.
thank
I
you.
can't grow a beard. I keep trying.
That's fair.
Yeah. It's terrible.
That
There you
one's
go.
cool.
The lineup.
Yep.
Who's 6
We're
foot?
classic band.
I'm 6'2". Yeah, but that wall was cool. That's why we did it, because the wall was
Look
cool.
at
Yeah. I'm the
Braden,
short
Matthew,
one,
and I are like the same line.
Yep.
And then
and I'm just a little bit smaller.
Nick's the little guy. So I actually got those shirts for the band for that show at Ragstock in Mall of America.
Oh,
And
nice.
I don't remember what it says. It says something about just being cool and the world's gonna explode, and then it's got a dog with sunglasses. I mean, it's a great shirt. Plus, it's tie dye. So I picked up all 4 of those, and they've kind of become a staple for us. It's kind of fun.
Oh, my gosh. Just
Effects.
different filter.
Yeah, yeah.
There we go. And then where is
Hey.
this? You
That's,
guys are
that was
That
definitely.
was a street dance
That's
we
the
just did.
Wananga Day street dance
The
at Battle
Wan-
Lake. Wananga Day. Am I saying that right?
Wananga?
Wananga.
Okay.
So it's in Battle Lake. It's it's like Potato Days or a big town fest every
Yeah.
year, and we've done the street dance 2-3 years in a row now, and every year this year I think there was almost 1,800 people there. So
Nice.
it was really good.
It was a lot of
Nice.
fun.
It was a lot of fun. We had a blast. We
Did
teamed
you
up.
have to play Scotty Doesn't Know?
yeah, we
Of
did.
course we did.
Oh, there
I
we
know,
go.
right? We
Street dance
what's
fest.
your friend's name, Todd? That was helping us in the intermittent. He's super cool in the area too.
Ricky.
Pretty Ricky.
Pretty Ricky.
Pretty
DJ.
Ricky. Ricky Palais.
Yeah.
I think it's Pal. Sorry if I can get that wrong.
He
but
does DJs all around Fargo here, and he's super cool. He does the drum and DJ that happens in the aquarium called
Oh,
Crash
yeah.
the Deck.
Yeah.
He's
Yep.
one of the leaders of that, so it's going to be really fun. Side note, Todd and I are going to participate in that in
We
March.
Nice.
So
Who's going to be the DJ then?
That'll
Todd?
be me.
I'll be the drummer.
Oh. I was thinking you were
If
gonna
we
switch
switched
up.
it, we would lose.
No, but we could do. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll
later.
talk about it more. But yeah, that's
give away
just
all your secrets
that's
on
prime example of sloths at their best right there. We had a blast. That was a great night.
That is
was a lot of
beautiful. Then here you are. That must be the garage.
Yep. That is the garage. Did you?
Yeah, I
get
took
that?
that picture from my microphone.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the other only time we've practiced in my garage. People are gonna think that's the only place we jam.
Yeah.
It's really good. But yeah, that was we like
Nice
to be real
secluded
close.
area.
Yeah.
And there's that keyboard we were talking about. That's the Nord.
Yeah.
Oh,
Rest in peace.
poor.
Rest
Yeah,
in
exactly. R.I.P. Nord.
I have a problem of buying things and then selling them for more.
What? I don't know
It's
what
a
that
real
means.
problem for us, yeah.
He's a real Storage Wars enthusiast. He, buy it for cheap and then
Dude,
get
I
it
love
for more.
Storage
why
Wars.
we
Great
I
show.
have
Nice
no
things.
idea what you're talking about.
Yep.
Just don't look at the stuff upstairs.
Okay.
Then we're back to the sloths. So that was
Oh, that's nice to reminisce.
yes,
Yeah.
that was all.
That made my
that.
heart warm. So I
Great.
also could be having a heart attack. I don't know. It's one of the two.
This is a dang Red Bull.
Don't do that here. Wait till
It's
you get
sugar
outside.
free.
It's sugar free.
Yeah.
What do they call that? Boomer juice or whatever. No, that was the white stuff.
I think that's V8. Boomer juice. Gotta
That's
have
what
my
I heard.
V8 with my newspaper in the morning.
Shouty.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's basically all we have for today. So, what do you got left for the good of the order? What's coming up?
Yeah,
Where's
just-
everyone find you?
Yeah, keep up with us on social media: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.
If you want to
Not
book us, hit up
Twitter.
Nick.
Yeah, the wintersloths@gmail.com if you're
There you go.
interested.
There you go.
Or
You'll
instant
get a hold of
message us.
me.
Yeah. Don't call me.
Don't call Todd.
Todd's going to be busy in drywall.
Yeah, he'll be stuck in the drywall.
But yeah, we're looking to stay busy, and we can do everything from small parties to weddings to street dances. So you just find us.
We'll make
We'll,
it happen.
we'll play your bar. We'll even keep our pants on.
Hey,
Braden, you should be the spokesperson for everybody out there.
I'm a hype girl. That's what I am. Woo!
That is
Hell
beautiful.
We let him talk at the gigs. Actually, sometimes it gets kind of crazy.
Well,
I know they're giving
You'll
me a
have to show
microphone
up
this
and
time
find
now
out.
too. So, yep. See if we can get us fired.
Matthew, what do you have to say? Come on down. Say something. Come on
say
down.
something, Matthew.
Come on down.
Hi.
Where's the beard?
Yeah, I don't know. Wife told me she likes stubble and it fell off, I guess.
Good boy for listening.
There we are.
Well, yeah, one note. For the street dance, we had Vintage Voltage do the sound. If you guys
Oh.
ever need like a virtual mountain of like really loud speakers, there's a electrical engineer in Fergus that does an amazing job. He also can build you a tube amp.
This is the one I was talking about with my
Oh, that's
Yep.
right.
Yeah,
yes.
Maurice Scogan.
Yeah.
Good dude. Very good dude.
Other than that, hi.
Yeah.
Hi, Mom.
We don't usually give him a microphone.
It's okay. They shouldn't give me a microphone either. But you can catch these guys this Friday, next Friday, at the Gen X Fest at the TAC. It's going to
Yes,
start
please
around
come out.
7 o'clock that night. Doors open at 6:30. Again, we have vendors and all sorts of fun stuff happening there. You can find us at pirateoncassette.com or Pirate Cassette Band on basically all social medias and all that other fun stuff. So basically, you got to remember, guys, if your drummer's got more charisma than your front man, band may be in trouble.
Nah.
But that's why my band's doing just fine.
Yay!
So, until next time.
You'll see me on stage.
thank you, Wade.
Yeah, thanks, Wade. Thanks for having